Okay boys, so today we're doing term payments. So term payments occur when you want to buy an item now and take it with you, but you don't have enough money. It's not a very good way to be buying things, but we'll discuss what happens as we go through the work. So it works like this. You have a deposit. You will have to pay probably a percentage of the price as a deposit. And that money is paid straight away, so you need to have that money with you. It can be paid by credit card or whatever method of payment you'd like to use, but the deposit must be paid straight away. The rest of the money is the balance that you owe. So you owe the rest of the price of what you're buying. That money is like a loan. So they're not just going to let you just walk out and just pay that money later. They're going to treat it like a loan. You'll pay the money back plus interest on the loan, but you'll be allowed to pay it off over time. Number 3, term payments. Regular payments are made by you to cover the balance owing, which is a loan to you, plus interest. Okay, so this works badly done in tests. You do need to practice it. Okay, so this first question, it has many parts to these questions. Gary purchases a washing machine and dryer for $1,755. He pays a 10% deposit, that's paid straight away, and repays the balance, so remember that's a loan, in 18 months. Interest on the balance is charged at a flat rate of 13.85% per annum. Remember that flat is simple, so we're doing simple interest for these questions, not compound interest. Okay, so the first thing that they're asking you for is the deposit paid. Now it tells you you're paying a 10% deposit, so 10% is 10 over 100, so we're getting that percentage of the price of the goods you're buying, $1,755. Work out your deposit and you need to pay $175.50 straight away. After that, they're wanting to know the balance owing. Well, the balance owing is the rest of the money you didn't have. So you're going to have $1,755, take away the money you have paid, and that's the balance you still owe on what you've bought. Now they want to know the interest charged on the balance. So the interest, remember, is simple interest for this question. So simple interest we do by doing the percentage, which they've given you is 13.85%. So we're doing 13.85 over 100 of the loan or the amount that you are borrowing from them, which is the balance owing. So you owe them this money. So they're going to charge you interest on that money you owe them. And they've given you 18 months to pay it back. But because this is a per year interest rate, the time period over which you're paying it back must be in years. So that's why I've written over here above the 18 months that is actually 1.5 years. So if this is per year, this must be in years, and we're going to write 1.5 years there. When you calculate it all and round it off, it's $328.14. The next thing they want to know is the total to be repaid. Now there's a few clues here. Total means we're adding something together. To be repaid. Okay, so we're not looking at what you've already paid. All right, so the deposit doesn't come into this. You've already paid that money. So what do we have to repay them when we pay our payments, our regular payments to them? Well, we have to pay back the loan itself. And the loan itself is the amount that you didn't have, the amount that was still owing. Right? So that is the loan there. Plus, you have to pay them the interest on that loan. And when you add those two things together, you need to pay them $1,907.64 still for your items. Okay, now looking further over at the other questions. Part 5. They want them to know the amount of the monthly instalment. So every month you're going to be giving them money. all right? And don't be late because they'll probably charge you more money. So every month you must make sure that they are being paid this money. So you owe them $1,907.64. That's the amount that you owe them from the loan plus the interest on the loan. So they're going to take all of that money and divide it up into 18 months. Remember, this was over 18 months you're paying this back. So divide it by the 18 months and you will be paying them $105.98 every month. Part 6, they're asking for the total price paid. Now people get it a bit mixed up with this one down here that says the total to be repaid. This is wanting to know, what did you actually pay for this washing machine and dryer? Well, there's two ways you can do it. You can say, well, I paid the deposit. I paid $175.50. I paid that deposit, and then I know that I had to repay all this money here. So I know I repaid $1,907.64. So I'm going to add those together, and that's what I actually paid for the washing machine and dryer, $2,083.14. Or if you like, depends on how you want to think about it, you can go, well, if I hadn't bought it originally and I had the money, I would have paid $1,755. So that's what we call the cash price. If you have the money, it doesn't mean you're paying cash, it just means that you're paying for it straight away, the full amount. So if you had walked out of there owing them nothing, you would have paid $1,755. But you had to actually pay interest because you decided to do term payments for your payment plan. So the interest that we worked out on this was $328.14, and that's how much extra you've paid them because you did it in this way. So if you add those two together, it will give you the same amount. So whichever way you do it, you have paid $2,083.14 for the washing machine and dryer instead of $1,755. It's not a great way of doing it. You are paying more money for it, and you're paying more money for something that is actually going to depreciate. These things will wear out and they will depreciate. So it's a better idea to actually save your money and make sure you've got the money and pay the cash price for it, $1,755 outright. All of these things are done by a third-party company. So if you go to Harvey Norman or Good Guys or any of them and they offer you a payment plan, that's what this is. Okay, and they don't organise it. Harvey Norman are not going to chase you for the money. They're not going to chase you up for your $105.98 every month. The Good Guys won't do that. What they do is get a third-party company that will do that, and they will take responsibility if you default on your payments. So if you don't pay them 1 month, they'll just come and take the washing machine and dryer back from you. Okay, so Harvey Norman and Good Guys, they don't have to worry about it. A third-party company will organise that. They will have debt collectors and everybody to make sure they get paid. Okay, so we'll come back in the next video and do a few more examples.